So the US midterms are coming up. Is it going to be a red wave or a blue wave? So if you've been watching, you would have heard them saying that only twice since the war has it not flipped, because it's quite usual for it to go the opposite way to the way it went to the presidential elections, which in this case would mean a swing over to the Democrats. So after looking at Donald Trump's chart and also the chart of the USA, I'm pretty confident that that isn't going to happen and that it's going to be a red wave. Maybe not a red tsunami, but certainly a red wave. So I also think that the turnout will be extremely high and there'll be a great deal of enthusiasm for these, and I think that is what is going to make all the difference. So as you know, if you've watched my vlogs before, I've talked a lot about Donald Trump and the chart of the USA, but something I never did was compare the charts of Donald Trump with the USA, which actually turns out to be very interesting. I was actually quite stunned by what I saw. So here you have, if you remembered when we did Donald Trump, we saw he had Sun-Uranus in the North Node, all conjunct in Gemini. Now this powerful conjunction of his forms an almost exact conjunction with the Mars in the chart of the USA. Now Donald's conjunction here was opposite the Moon, so the Moon would be opposite the Mars, and both of them are squaring Neptune in the chart of the USA. Now we talked about in politics, it's quite weird actually, but for a political leader to be successful, he needs to have a Neptune connection happening when he's elected, and a Neptune connection with the chart of the country he rules is also really important. I think it's because the president is the embodiment of the hopes, the dreams, the aspirations, things connected to Neptune of the whole country. So what did we have next? Donald Trump's Mercury is almost exactly conjunct the very positive Venus-Jupiter conjunction of the USA. His Neptune is conjunct the midheaven. That really speaks powerfully to me because of what we just said about Neptune. His Jupiter is square United States Sun and conjunct United States Saturn, which seems to indicate to me a great deal of prosperity, jobs, jobs, jobs. And here we have his Venus conjunction Saturn is conjunct the USA's Mercury. Again, his Pluto is conjunct the node, which says to me, Pluto, the node, it's all about fate. It seems like he's cometh the man, cometh the hour. He's strongly connected to the fate of the USA, so his presidency is pivotal. It will change things. Probably that's because of the Supreme Court judges, if nothing else. And then right at the bottom there, I think we've captured it, his Mars, which is conjunct his ascendant, is opposite the Moon of the USA, and his midheaven is square the Moon. So what was really important to me about this is there are no wishy-washy trines and sextiles. It's all action-packed conjunctions and squares. So even for a couple, say, who've been married 60 years, I wouldn't even expect to see such strong linkages between their two charts, especially not all these squares and conjunctions, and not oppositions, it's squares, conjunctions, as I say, the strong, powerful, action-packed aspects. So that says to me we are probably almost definitely going to get another 4 years. So it's Donald Trump in 2020 as well. I'm hearing rumours that Hillary is going to run, and I think that's quite viable, probably with someone like Michelle Obama or Oprah running with her, because the DNC were bankrupt back a few years ago, and Hillary used money from the Clinton Foundation to bail them out. So she's kind of got them under the car. She's got them where she wants them. If she wants to run again, it's her say-so. So I think it might be a repeat, but we'll look into that more when the time comes. But here you go, I'm saying red wave for next Tuesday. So let's see what happens.